The endless vastness, unspoiled wilderness areas, and unbelievable variety of African wildlife make Botswana the ultimate natural paradise for the traveler, adventurer, and naturalist. This year-round destination is blessed with Africa's warm climate and spectacular wildlife sanctuaries that cover more than a quarter of the country. And drifters offer an exciting adventure that will take you camping under the wide Africa sky in some of the most remote and unique areas of Botswana. The tour begins and ends in Johannesburg, and in Botswana, our first stop is in the impressive Nata Sanctuary and Makgadikgadi Pans, a vast expanse of shallow salt pans surrounded by a desert that comes to life in the rainy season, attracting an infinite number of desert-adapted wildlife. Right through this trip, we travel on a well-equipped 4x4 vehicle, able to negotiate the roughest terrains, and yet comfortable and spacious enough for excellent game viewing opportunities. Once we get to the Makgadikgadi Pan, the exploration continues on foot over the fragile, salty expanse. During the summer, the shallow waters that accumulate here attract great numbers of flamingos who come here to breed. Most campsites are totally wild, providing no more infrastructure than that found on the vehicle. On breaking camp, we leave nothing but footprints. And as the sun dips, revealing the great African sky, we settle down on the edge of the pans, camping wild. The next morning, we make for Drifters Maun Inn, where we wash off the powdery Makgadikgadi dust and stock up for the next leg of our journey into the great Okavango Delta. This is Drifters Botswana base, the heart of the operation, with a solid infrastructure offering excellent backup. Drifters believe in giving you the full camping safari experience, so participate and learn to pitch a tent and set up camp. Well stocked and rested, the next morning we venture into the Okavango Delta, one of the world's only true inland deltas, a unique ecosystem of islands, rivers, swamps and marshes spreading over the Kalahari Desert, truly one of nature's masterpieces. From the edge of the delta, we travel to the remote campsite by Mokoro, just the way the local inhabitants travel in this wetland wonderland. Listen to the sounds of the wild and get intimately close to the inhabitants of the riverbanks. Start each morning with the smell of fresh coffee. Then venture out on foot. For the next 2 days, explore the swamps under the expert guidance of 2 experienced drifters guides who are well versed with the wilderness of Botswana. The second part of our tour takes us on a flexible game reserve program into Moremi and Chobe in northern Botswana, including a visit to Savuti. The 5-day itinerary in this area includes morning and afternoon game drives through ever-changing landscapes, from open plains to dense woodlands, all harboring Africa's varied animal species. As we move through the wilderness areas of Botswana, we set up camp, following seasonal game migration. Chobe is famous for its great herds of elephants, which gather on the floodplains and on the banks of the majestic Chobe River. Once more, we camp in Botswana's wilds, resonating with African calls. Throughout the tour, our adventurers group will meet up with local guides who have great insight into the African ways. For the last leg of our adventure, we cross the border into Zimbabwe, where the mighty Zambezi River crashes into a gorge 100 meters deep, creating the smoke that thunders, the Victoria Falls. Stay at Drifter's Victoria Falls Inn and spread out in a little bit of comfort and luxury. Spacious rooms and an inviting pool will give those weary bones a well-deserved rest. Victoria Falls is a hub of activity. Spend the day sightseeing and, as an optional extra, make yourself heard above the roar of the falls. Tackle the great Zambezi River, or see the falls in style. And to celebrate your feat as a great adventurer, end the trip with the sounds of the drumming African rhythm. Botswana, a land of vastness, remoteness, a wild place, and the ultimate natural paradise. A part of Africa, perfect for the adventurer and traveler in you.